I want to talk to you about the very survival of your investments. Or, if you haven't started saving and investing yet, the survival of your future investments and lifestyle. So if you have an investment account, or you're using a broker, insurance agent, banker, financial advisor to invest in a 401k, mutual fund, CD, stock portfolio to drive returns and dividends into your investment account, you have to listen, because the rules have changed in the past 12 months. I'm Adam Wins, and we've spent the last 10 years teaching investors how to launch their investing strategy, how to compound returns, and I've got thousands and thousands of students, some very high profile, and they've done literally hundreds of millions of dollars of investing. When I first started out, I had to really try to convince people and investors that they needed to invest in a strategy instead of just giving their money to an investment advisor or broker and hoping it did well. You had to put together a structured, well-engineered investment portfolio or a structured, well-engineered investment strategy. But now, after 8 years, well, my student success speaks for itself. We have investors all over the place, and they've been listening. They've seen the results, and many have had the results themselves. Now, my students are doing this in pretty much every kind of vertical, in every kind of market you can imagine, every kind of risk level, and now is the time for the new system. And I like to call that system income for life. I've teamed up with my system of choice, and that's WallStreetWinning.com and mathematician Ron Grink.
Well, Adam, yeah, with the question, why do I want to help people? The basic thing is I've been very successful and fortunate. I've had a good career. I've been able to do a lot of things, and over time, I felt it's good to try to share that success. I've shared it with my children, with my grandchildren, and also now I'm able to share it with the average investor out there. I developed a number of concepts, formulas, used my mathematical ability to basically come out with something that allows you to go into the market, the stock market, and be very successful. There are ways that you can, in fact, accomplish your goals by taking a little time and understanding some of these opportunities.
Now, I've used Ron's published Done For You trades and Trading Room Live and the advanced trading strategies to become not only known as a major influencer in the investing space, but also as a winning investor myself. And I want to show you more, not only how to gain more money in the market, but once you have begun to make money, the real strategy, so to speak, and it's how to keep it and use it to build a real, dependable future. I've been here showing investors the way. Many of them have started small and progressively built their portfolio. Now it's the time to grow that wealth, create income for life, trade after trade after trade, and build their future, build their security, build a dependable retirement for you. I'm willing to bet that there's proof right now in your inbox. And no matter what market you're interested in, no matter what market you follow, or even what market you may have interest, like let's say for me it's options, okay? And I subscribe to all these influencers who teach specifics on how to trade options. And if you just go to your inbox, whatever you're interested in, whatever you're subscribed to, go there and take a look, and you'll see that the leaders in that market, the experts in that market, the people who are positioned as the go-to people in that market, go take a look, and I guarantee you, you're gonna see them making investments towards their retirements using a system. And most likely, they're using the same system that I'm gonna tell you about today. Now, Ron's system is totally transparent and shows you where the revenue comes from. You'll be able to see the trade history. You'll be able to see how they put these trades together, because that's what they do. That's what winners do. That's how the burning desire as investors translate into our investments. That's how winners like you and me get ahead. It's because we take the action, we have the patience, we get the results. These same principles have made us successful, and applied to the right system, they allow us to have exceptional results in our investing. In fact, I bet you've probably invested in some financial education or turned it all over to someone else, with a broker or in an IRA or a 401k. Yes, I know, I've invested with the broker before, and a whole bunch of products, and there's no end to the products and that are out there about investing and trading and retirement, and you take take a look at what they're teaching and then you look at what they're actually doing. And I guarantee what they're actually doing is what I'm about to show you. In fact, there's even some, experts or gurus or teachers out there that tell you, don't do this specific investment or do something else, do this, do that, do this, it works. This is the best thing. But don't look at what they're saying. Go take a look at what they're actually doing. Go look at their trade history. And if you can have a track record back over 6 months or 12 months or 5 years, see if they're getting exceptional results like I am. I follow a system because systems work and they keep on working. Now, in a minute, I'm gonna share with you the one core strategy that really fuels these strategies, that drives the great strategies. But first, I need to warn you, because there is one problem. There are some dark clouds on the horizon, because I see a lot of broken strategies, and frankly, broken futures that don't look so prosperous because they haven't saved and invested wisely. Making the money is only half the battle. Keeping it is the hard part. I take a look into my inbox and I'm like, oh, you didn't really do that, did you? Oh no, no, no. And then I hear back on the results they're getting and they're not going anywhere. And that's the real problem, because broken investment strategies can really set you back. And it's not like just a one-time oops. It can really set you back years or indefinitely delay your retirement. Now, those problems are easy to avoid, and I'll get to that in a minute. And the thing is, it's not all bad news. In fact, it's mostly good news, okay? It's mostly great news because I've seen these great investments. I keep hearing back about the done for you, the trading room live from my students, from my clients, from my friends, my fellow influencers. I see the results, and in fact, the gap between the haves and the have-nots in the stock market itself has never been bigger. That's what this video is all about. I want to show you what's broken so that you can avoid that. And it's not hard to avoid these things. You'll see in just a minute. So I want to show you what's broken, but more importantly, I want to show you what's working so you can have winning investments. And not just one winning trade. Then you can stack the trades on top of each other. Go from one to the next, and then you're continually building more momentum. You're continually building your results so that you can compound into a winning investor with patience over time. So you can build a real portfolio and a strategy that gives you income for life. The lifestyle and the impact that you want and you deserve. The reality is that many entrepreneurs and anyone fails to save, and they keep reinvesting in their business in hopes for an 8 or 9 figure acquisition that never comes. Smart entrepreneurs know that you're starting out, then obviously you need to invest back in your business, but investing in the stock market is investing in other businesses. It hedges your risk, which is why you need to invest 10 to 20% of your income into other businesses, and quite possibly more. The reality is, not everyone is a wild success in business. You may have a hit, it may be a fail. So taking a current portion of your current business income and investing it in other businesses, that's wise. Now, that's exactly what we do, and we invest in sound fundamental companies that can survive a 50% downturn. Sound companies will always have business regardless of the GDP, regardless of the economy. Now, at some point, you're gonna buy a stock, and that's your investment for retirement. Or if you've already got a portfolio of stock, you know you need to innovate. You need to take control of your investment strategy. You need to move away from mediocre returns and have the patience if you're gonna win the long game and gain true financial freedom. Now, the big question is, are you gonna use a well-structured, well-engineered strategy, or are you gonna get and use what I call hope investing? Now, hope investing, hope's an interesting word. It can save your life if you're shipwrecked at sea. It's really important that you have hope, that you can hang on to something. But in your investing, hope is an awful word. You never want to have hope that your investments do okay. You want to have mathematics. We see this hope investing when someone, they put all their time into making their money, and then they work their whole entire life, and then they just sort of release it, and they give it to some broker or financial advisor, and it's like they have this field of dreams kind of, where build it and they will come. That's hope investing, and it doesn't work. In almost every case, your investments returns sort of fade away and die to fees and mediocre returns. That's why you need to put in the thought. You need a well-structured and well-engineered strategy. It's all about the strategy, it's all about the mathematics. Then there's this other thing. Okay, it's the symbol syndrome, we call it. And maybe you know what I'm talking about. It's where you have this symbol that's almost perfect. You love this symbol, or you had this great tip about a particular stock, or you heard this or heard that. The guy on TV said this about a particular company. You've got to avoid that symbol syndrome because it will absolutely kill you. It's the death of an investor. I mean, this is an albatross that is hanging around your neck. and you've got to avoid that. Instead of obsessing about a company or symbol, you need to obsess about having the perfect strategy. Follow the system with patience and put emotion aside. You can't have that strategy unless you trust the strategy, okay? But most of all, you must have patience. Now, the perfect antidote to that symbol syndrome is a great strategy. And I can share with you all the different types of strategies. And then they get really super excited. Instead, we'll start with what we like to call the done-for-you strategy. Okay, this is where the computer mines the stock market and you're presented with the golden trades that have the highest probability of success. 95% success rate to be exact over the past 4 years. And then you use that to get your investment started and get the results on your trades mathematically. And then you just show up and you make the trades. So the best way to beat the symbol syndrome is to put it behind you. So this is my question. Are you going to use the hope investing? Are you going to start off slow, then fade away and wither away and then just die? Are you going to use a so-called financial advisor, broker, mutual fund, hedge fund, banker to handle your investments? Have your investments die on you? A well-engineered investment strategy builds momentum for you that gives you a surge of return and that gives you great compounded returns over time. Now, the amazing great Tony Robbins once said it best. You don't earn your way to a fortune. You make money your slave. That's something that I've always subscribed to. I mean, the idea where you just want to make your money work for you, not work for your money. So the thing is, Tony is absolutely 100% correct when he said it. I personally don't have time to be actively trading each day. I want to make money my slave and make it work for me. So I'm sure you know about these old style financial advisors and brokerage houses like Edward Jones, Merrill Lynch, Vanguard. You might even have some investments with them now, and it's basically a big old school. You know, they used to be, before the web, they were a bunch of analysts in a room. But now you see these big old school advisors and they charge huge fees and their returns are a fraction of what you should get. And then there's this standard formula. And a lot of the time it's what we call MDR. And all their investors go into this basket, this box. MDR stands for mediocre depleted return. And that's where, they're basically putting everyone into this basket like everyone else, accepting low returns where they invest their money and you have little to show for it. You accept mediocre investing, then you give control to a banker or broker who makes money no matter if you make money or not, depleting your gain. And then if you're lucky, gives you something in return, but you don't have an option with that. They only sell you MDR. That's their only solution. So this is old style investing, and for years it really worked really well. But the thing is, nowadays what people do is they just grab the computer and they get the best results, and they can go places like FX and they can look up what the fees they're paying and realize they're a victim of MDR. And these old style investment strategies, they're just not very effective, and their effectiveness keeps dropping off. So let's say you're investing $150,000 with your broker. And that's the minimum starting point I suggest with this strategy. Now I'm gonna show you the Wall Street Winnings Income for Life Done For You strategy. Now this is where I started winning. This is the big innovation that Ron Grinke brought to the market that literally changed my investing. I mean, it changed the way we all traded. So instead of thinking about your current trading style, even without much knowledge, think about it as an automated strategy to simplify the investing process. A computer-generated system that maximizes returns. So here we go. We've got our book to get you a basic understanding. Then we go deeper and we have a video course. And that's perfect for the refresher for the experienced trader and as a guidebook for newbies to give you the edge you need. It explains everything about the product and the mindset needed to be a successful trader. There are different product levels based on the amount you have to invest and how active you want to be. You first select the general range you want to invest in, from 150K to 400K. Or 400K to $1 million and above. There are 2 data packages. There's the Plus and the Pro. The Pro is for above 400K. There's even a wealth management product called Globus Wealth that is completely hands-free and returns 12.5% annually. But we're gonna talk about that later, okay? These products we're talking about today we call Done For You, and they're all model trade setups valued against risk reward. The higher the potential return, Wall Street Winning then provides you weekly Done For You trade setups each week to prepare you for Monday's start to the trading week. Better than that, we have a trading room live each Monday at 10 a.m. and Friday at 3 p.m. That is full-on Zoom conference where you see exactly how the trade setups were intended to be managed live according to the math and the science of getting richer. You watch over the shoulder of a 20-year experienced trader, Tommy Brown, as he makes the trades into a simulated trading account live. You have enough time between trades to do the same thing and get the same timing, but there are also alerts via email that indicates you when to buy and when to sell if anything changes midweek. Now, all the trade setups are managed to completion, and you have a guide showing you exactly how the trades should be executed in a simulated live trading account. You can ask questions twice weekly in the trading room. Get the rules and mathematics behind each trade setup. That's what sets this program apart from anything. Now, there are real people, there are real trades that help you along the way in case any questions may arise. That is how we make you a winner. Just like in your business, just like in your investing, you show up, and the biggest part is the patience. Okay, and that's all up to you. Now, you know they're going to be teaching you over-the-shoulder style investing that's included in the Income for Life system. They're done for you. It's awesome because you can see how you can invest with no experience. And often in the Trading Room Live, we're not doing anything overcomplicated. Okay, you're still getting returns of 20, 35, even 40+% annually simply by using the buy and sell strategy with option. But we'll get into that a little bit later, okay? But let's just get into a bit of how the Income for Life system works. It's 3 to 6 trades weekly. Mathematician Ron Grinke even provides you all the mathematical models to best decide. And you can choose what level of margin and the allocation to each trade. You let the computer do the work, and on Sunday signal what to buy and sell. And then all you have to do is execute those trades with your discount broker like Fidelity, E-Trade, or TD Ameritrade on Monday at 10 a.m. Okay, it's that simple. It's that easy. It's done for you. All you gotta do is show up, have the patience, and make the trade, okay? If you show up, if you make the trades, you will be successful. And instead of your old MDR, your mediocre diluted returns, and giving your hard-earned cash to a broker, now you're in control. Remember, I told you there were these broken strategies. And in these broken strategies, what people do is they literally go work their whole life, and then they take money from every paycheck and they invest it with some guy who gets paid if they win or lose. You give control of your finances, your future, your retirement to someone who gets paid regardless of how your returns do. The problem is that they don't create any real value for you and you lose control of your finances. What you do want is you want to be creating compounded value as you move through the Income for Life investment strategy. So this is all about the journey. As with everything successful, patience is the key. It's about the winning strategy. It's about where you see the weekly stock and option opportunities that you can have to change your life. You can learn to invest. You can do the trades. You show up week after week. You can get much larger and safer returns than your mutual fund manager or local broker. Wall Street winning will transform your investing strategy to save you time as the computer does all the work, allowing you more time to focus on what you enjoy. All along the way, you're making money with very little effort, under 2 hours per week. Because remember, it's all about the computer and it does all the heavy lifting for you. And all you have to do is buy when it says buy, sell when it says sell. Pretty easy. And we think you'll be very successful. You will see that the real transformation in your investment strategy and in your life, that's where you'll see and feel the security that comes with Income for Life and the done for you strategy, along with the twice weekly Trading Room Live and all it can offer, okay? You can go to www.tradehistoryreport.com. You will see our real trades for the past 4 years. Exactly in this done for you product. We walk the talk. You see case studies. You see just how well we do it. Just how to make that transformation. We will show you exactly what trades we made and for how much. And in the end, it's what we call the Income for Life system, and that's where you see more of what our winning strategies can do for you. You start to make that pivot. You see actually what it's like to be a member of Wall Street winning and really have that change. So again, back to those broken strategies. What they do is they just do like this. Remember that MDR, the mediocre depleted returns. They'll do that MDR and then you're just at where you started. You haven't gained anything and you have no real payoff in the end. Well, in the broken strategies, what you have is that they'll define your strategy, they'll control your money and essentially your lifeblood. They'll put you in a box with everyone else, hope that it does well, and then it's back to that old school investing strategy. When people invest in the old school strategy, they're like, here's my money, I hope it works. A few percent is better than the bank. and it doesn't work these days. What works these days is technology. And I'll get to that in just a minute. But instead of just doing this long-term, mediocre, depleted returns, what we'll do in an investment strategy is we'll define what kind of investor you are or want to be in the first place. We'll give you the strategy that fits your wants and your needs, and then we'll actually show you exactly how to do it with the Income for Life system. And then once you have that down, we'll show you even more advanced and profitable strategy. And then once you've read the book and you've mastered the Income for Life course, we'll show you more insider information. So do you see where we're going here? We're showing you step by step. We're building your investment strategy. We're showing you how to control your own financial future, which is freedom, right? Controlling your own financial future is freedom. Then at the end of it, we're gonna define the problem, okay, that you wanna solve. And then we actually go ahead and we solve that problem again. And then in the end, the solution is to implement this new strategy, okay? So what we've done is we've gone through this cycle and we've defined your problem and we presented solutions with the Income for Life strategy. And through our done for you data and trade setups and the twice weekly trading room live, we've actually solved those broken strategy problems. We're creating real compounded returns. We're providing real value. You know, those strategies where it's just one big guess, where the investments you pick and then you have to wait years and years to see measly returns. That creates a value vacuum. Take real estate for example. The house from the movie The Godfather was purchased in 1977 for $195K. It was recently put on the market for $1.3 million. That's only a 7x return in 42 years. So The Godfather himself couldn't get above 7x return in 42 years. This is a complete vacuum of value and time. There's no real value of the time seen here. And it's all about the time, and timing. Back to investing in company. You know, a lot of times, well, since there are so many good stocks out there, since investing in stocks and ETFs can be so effective, so many people use this for retirement. It's just gonna double my money. And then they sit and they wait watching the stock market day in and day out for a roller coaster ride of emotion. And it creates no value. And in the end, they think they're magically, you know, there's something magically to keep it going and it's going to be great. And that doesn't work. Another thing that doesn't work is just throwing out random stock. This stock is going to be huge. And such on TV says it's a great buy. And it's like, boom, throw out some trades and expect it to win. But it doesn't. You have to create a strategy of trades based on the mathematics. This strategy where we're showing what and when to trade, all based on math by the former NASA mathematician Ron Grinke, where you're continually building value, where you're not hoping anymore, okay? So there's one more thing I want to layer in here. It really makes this whole strategy pop. And that's the technology. So this is the deal. There are certain mathematics, formulas, and data processing that when used correctly create enormous wealth. It's called an algorithm. That's basically a supercomputer that takes and analyzes vast amounts of information and rules which result in the best decisions. For us at Wall Street Winning, our supercomputer is named Willem. It mines for what we call the done for you trade setups. And then these winning trades win time and time again against humans. Computers are smarter than every one of us, and they can beat us at chess. They can beat us at Jeopardy. They can certainly beat us at the stock market. As humans, we cannot compute as much or as fast as a computer. And it's very likely we never will be able to. So no matter who you are, where you live in the world, these supercomputers definitely have an impact on you and your decision making and me and my decision making. And we're able to take advantage of this technology or let it pass us by. So let me go through how Done For You works. We've actually got several types of these trades that the computer has identified, from weeklies to monthlies, from conservative to aggressive. I don't have time to go through all that's behind the scenes of the strategy in this video. Let's just go through a bit about the outcome. So first of all, Wall Street Winning is a community of winners. Every member of Wall Street Winning has done something extraordinary to move up the ranks to be called investor. You have to have saved and achieved success to even have something to invest. If you do already, you're better off than most, okay? We are a group of individuals who have worked hard, and we seek to see that our hard work pays off through investment. It's like when you understand you're part of a community, you'll act in accordance to how winners are supposed to act. With patience, dedication, and diligence, you show up, you make the trades, follow the rules exactly as designed. Now, another thing, we're constantly innovating. We always want to bring you more, and we consistently are creating new products. And we've got events, seminars, and masterminds and boot camps on a frequent basis that you can look forward to. Now, one big development that we're working on is Globus Wealth right here behind. We've created a product just for entrepreneurs, and it's called the ERA, the Entrepreneurs Retirement Account. This is a 100% passive product where you get 12.5% annually. And the good news is, if you don't get 12.5% annually, we don't take a fee. We have a philosophy here. If we don't make you money, we don't deserve yours. It's a product that you can buy into and know exactly how much you will make on a yearly basis, which is my definition of success. The only thing you need to do is invest in the product and watch it grow. The winning technology team does all the work. Let's get back to the done for you. That's right. The computer does all the hard work, but with done for you, you still have to execute your trade. Now, with Globus Wealth, we'll give you a fixed contracted return and allow it to compound short-term capital gain tax-free, growing 10 times over 20 years. Essentially, we're taking $1 million and turning it into $10 million with the exact strategies we've told you about. But we can speak about that later. As you know, Ron has invented the formulas, created the technology. He's a former NASA mathematician that helped launch the Apollo spacecraft. But this isn't rocket science. But the stock market can be challenging if you don't know what you're doing. I wouldn't recommend building a rocket ship without the proper team and technology to back it up. So that is what we found at wallstreetwinning.com. And I even make the trades the system recommends. I mean, we all do. We all walk the walk. And that's why I partner with Ron. So yes, Ron is also a best-selling author. Now we're bringing you income for life. I mean, we don't only write the books, we actually base them on what works for us, what has made us rich, what has made us successful. And it's very, very powerful stuff, okay? It's my goal in life to help others, to give back. I'm a self-made man, and I've been happily investing for years. So it's my goal to give something to someone that's really gonna change their life, and to help entrepreneurs become investors and see extraordinary returns like I have. To do this, I'm giving away the latest book, Income for Life, for free, as well as a free investor assessment call with my team when you purchase the course. As soon as you get the course, you'll book a call with my team to get your login credentials and see if you're a right fit for the program. As you may or may not know, I've helped so many entrepreneurs and investors over the years. I have testimonials galore.
My name is Richard Holmes, and I live in Dayton, Ohio. And today I want to talk to you a little bit about my experiences with Wall Street Winning. And I've had a great deal of success with it. This year, I have generated $70,000. Adam has put together a team utilizing the backbone of the algorithm and put together a website that I think is just terrific. The daggone thing works nearly flawlessly. My hat's off to Adam.
You've got an unbeatable formula.
You know, let me try this and see if I can't up my game a little bit and not spend as much time at the computer going through all the options and all the positions that I would like to do. So I made that decision in January, and I absolutely have not regretted it. My best month last year from a cash flow standpoint, I made about $5,700, I think it was. And when I started the strategy last month, I almost doubled what I did from the prior month. And then this past month, when I closed out January, as I said in the letter, I was quite shocked to find out that I'd put over $9,700 in the bank. And it's just worked out really well.
Enough about what people say about this strategy and the software. We know it's good. I mean, we really want you to try. The thing is, we cannot let everyone have access to the software. If we did, and everyone was using our strategy and had the unfair advantage our algorithms give, we would move the market and basically affect the outcome. I mean, if everyone was selling at the same time, the same stock, and we said sell, there would be nobody to buy. Price would crash. So we don't want that to happen. So there is limited space, and we can only take on a limited number of investors each month, and we're limiting it to, I think, 500. So if for some reason you are not selected or you're put on the waiting list, do not give up. When a spot opens up, we will contact you. If you're lucky enough to get in right away, great, but not everybody's gonna get in. So like I said, there are strategies everywhere in our lives. They work in all part of our lives, but I want to talk to you about how you can take them and layer them into your investments. So here we go again, our investment strategy. We've cut out the BS path here. It's where we're just providing great compounded value. You need a great strategy. We have several trade setups that you can base your investments on regardless of your risk level, of your experience right off the bat. We want to give you some great value. And what I want to do is do this in your investment account and provide the great value there too. So we have a 60+ video course by Ron Grinke himself. We have the done for you trade setups and the twice weekly trading room to walk you through the process. These are the strategies that I personally trade, that I personally use. You can use them and follow them, and it's a specific plan you subscribe to based on your initial investment amount. Now the best part is the Plus and the Pro portfolio aim to achieve a 95% win rate and the minimum annual return above 25% without using any margin. Historically, they've achieved well over this. This very product has been performing for the past 4 years and counting. Well, how do we do it? You must be asking yourself. As a Wall Street Winning member, you have access to all you need. Our formulas that combine historical data and mathematics. Remember, Ron is a former NASA mathematician, and to take advantage of when a stock is going up, we choose stocks based on their history of volatility and price movement each day. This allows us to determine a cycle when a stock is going to run. The system tells you when to buy. This data may not be at the lowest point. Buy high, we sell higher. The more frequent we do this, the more gains we achieve over the long term. Plus, we add in options premium, and it's a math game, and it's a game changer versus simply letting it ride for the long run, okay? Of course, by now, you gotta be starting to get an understanding of how this works, because we're giving you all the answers. We're showing you exactly how it's done. The exact formulas we use, they're in the book Income for Life. The computer crunches the data each night, over 3,000 stocks and ETFs, over 1 billion data points, and it uses proven formulas to tell you exactly what to buy and when. And the best thing is, all you have to do is take action and buy. We've sold thousands of books and have many loyal users who use it daily. 5,000 investors have used the software to date. We're growing every day. You know, they're making these returns, and it's unbelievable. The most, they're talking about these returns and they're getting these returns and these compounded gains. So by now you understand how my investing works. You understand I am using the internet to access the data and computer science to produce the results that can work for you. This is if you become a member and are selected to be admitted. So right now, we're only selecting 500 people this year enrollment. So you have to understand, we cannot take everyone. We can't take everyone right away. We will be starting to enroll members right after this video ends. Right after you watch this video, we're taking on enrollment. So make sure that you enroll right away. Get the book, get the course, enroll. If you qualify and you pay for the entire year within 7 days, you will receive your invoice. You're gonna get a $2,000 off fast action discount. This will only be available to the first 500 members to sign up. This is a special deal for loyal, dedicated customers. And then this deal ends. And literally, we cannot take more than the 500 this first round at that price. And then the price is gonna go back up to normal if we can accept more members after that. The thing is, most of you have already read the books, seen the videos, and you might know me from my seminars. For those of you who don't, make sure you get my books so that you too will know the formulas that we use and the principles that make up my strategy. You will then understand and trust the strategy. I like to think of it in terms of, you know, the BS detector. You like walk into the car lot and you see the door open and you see the salesperson coming towards you, and instantly your BS detector goes into the red zone, and it's like you're not gonna trust them. Or maybe you trust them, but you're not gonna trust them without doing your homework. I mean, we all have to do our homework. It's quite imperative. Now, on the other hand, if you do your homework, you can say, hey, I know exactly what the car is selling for online. I know what it's worth, the gas mileage, the resale value. When the salesman tells you they don't haggle price and it's exactly the best price that you can get it for online, all the facts can be checked online and compared to other dealers. They have a report of the history, the quality of the vehicles. Your BS detector just backs way off. You trust them. You believe them. You know. I always say, the math doesn't lie. Trust the math and do it for yourself. See the tradehistoryreport.com and do the math for yourself. See how much you would have had if you started 4 years ago, how much you will have 10 years from now. Remember, this is not get rich quick. This is get richer for sure over time. Now, maybe you tend to have a different opinion on things, but you definitely trust math. The thing is, that old investing strategy, the old style of investing with the broker, or even those broken strategies your banker or insurance salesman tries to sell you, where they don't provide any compounded value over time. You know you can do better yourself. That BS detector is in the red zone. We know you can get better returns. You know you can get better returns. You've heard from users who are using the winning strategy and the done for you. They attend the trading room live every Monday and Friday and get amazing return. By now, I hope that you can see I am here for one goal, for one thing. That's for you, and to make sure that you become an investor and keep the money you've made and grow it to get extraordinary returns like I have. What we're really talking about here is getting you the most return for your money and compounding it with the market for real value, creating real income generating investment vehicle that you control. That's the single most effective way for making above average returns, creating a monthly income, building a portfolio, and it's about never having to worry about running out of money no matter the situation, now and in your retirement. This is the only retirement program for entrepreneurs. So the big question is, what does it do for you? How are you gonna use this? So if you're watching this, you're probably falling into one of these three categories. First, you might have some savings, you're probably already buying stock, you're getting to see some gains in your portfolio. And if that's the case, then this is an awesome day for you, because this is the way. There's just no other way to get more leverage quicker from your portfolio. Basically, you can take your existing investments, you can tweak it, you can follow our system, maybe change your strategy from a long-term hold so you can restructure your portfolio to take advantage of the volatility. Change your strategy, and like I said, this is the absolute fastest way to increase your leverage and just get big time results in no time whatsoever. The second category is maybe you have some type of investments with the broker. You might have a financial advisor or money manager where you're working with them, but you don't have control. You don't have real leverage on your investments. You don't have a say in what they buy or sell. If the broker, in that case, we've seen this over and over. I mean, you might have a broker who's helping you or says they're helping you. What you need to do is you need to create some leverage. You need to take back control. Get an online discount brokerage account and take your money into your own hands. Just think about it. If you had returns of 20, 30, 40, even 50% or more annually, could that change your life and how you will live in the future? Would that change your happiness? How would that change your life? What would your retirement look like with compounded interest many times more than the average investor gets? And then you keep on making those returns month after month after month. That's what this is all about. That's the journey. If you think about it, you've already got these investments and a bunch of probably good ones. It's all about the strategy. It's about knowing the right time to buy and sell and taking advantage of small upswings in the market, thereby reducing your risk as you are not in a stock for the long term. And there are no penalties to get out, unlike your broker or your mutual fund. You will absolutely love to get these winning strategies done for you and Trading Room Live guided. We have several options to choose from for any investor type to give you more money for using our great product. And so these strategies can work fantastic. The more you use them, the more money they will make you. The more you use it, the more money you're gonna make. Amazing how that works. So, in a nutshell, there's another category, and that's the third category. Now, this third category, maybe, all this sounds great. Yeah, Adam, I love it. It sounds amazing. You don't have a huge savings, and you don't have any investing experience. You don't have any kind of financial knowledge, and maybe you don't have a strategy. And if this is you, well, I've got a real soft spot for you, because that's where I was not very long ago. And I'm an entrepreneur just like you. I was at home wondering what I was gonna do to retire. What would I do if the income all stopped? My business. How would it be supporting the family, my retirement? Before I found this system, I thought I made good investments. Let me tell you, it's absolutely possible to build a real serious investment portfolio. If you look at what I've built, where I've got income for life, I've made this financial impact, and using the done for you to compound my gains predictably. This is my definition of success. It's not the fancy watch, the big house, or the fancy cars. It's predictably knowing my finance in my business and in my investing future. I walk the walk. The program has hundreds of millions of dollars of investment potential. And I was like you, at home contemplating my financial future and how I wanted it to be. So if you're just starting out, it can absolutely work for you. In fact, the thing you're gonna wanna do is what I call knowing what you want. It can all be summed up to knowing what you want and the math behind how to get it. It is more than possible to get anything you want if you know what it is and the way mathematically to get it. I'm actually gonna be teaching that in my next book. In my next book, we're gonna go deep into the science and mathematics mathematics of getting richer. And the system for that, which is Income for Life and the Income for Life course, you can always check out the tradehistoryreport.com. That's where you can see the actual progress, and you basically can see how I get paid to trade 2 hours a week. I've used the Income for Life system and the done for you trades over and over. I still use it. I've used it today because it simply works. So the Income for Life system isn't just for starting out, but it's great for starting out. So I'm going to be going deep into the mathematics and strategy in the book with Ron. The course is also going to cover the Income for Life strategy selection because I showed you the option, but how does it actually fit right into your lifestyle and into your strategy? That's what you're going to get in the course, okay? The thing is, there's one real strategy that Ron has used for over 25 years. And we're going to go through that strategy, showing where all you have to do is follow along like you do with your car's navigation. You can't just throw a bunch of trades out there. We've already seen that. And you can't just do any kind of trading. There's specified trades based on specific situations, and we're going to be getting into that in the course. Then super important is the Trading Room Live, and we're going to cover the Trading Room Live in the next video. That's the idea, that you have a coach who helps and guides you along the way. When you're stacking, you're winning trades, generally your results are going to get better as you move along. Your results get better, you get more results, you get bigger profits over the time. So your portfolio grows, you go from trade to trade to trade. And as I said, this is not get rich quick. This is get richer for sure over time. So patience is the key. That's how I went from my first trade where I did like $1,650. And when I did that, I was really happy about it. I was doing backflips, right? But at $1,650, I went from that first trade of $1,650 and I built on it and I built on it and I built on it. And I eventually have a portfolio doing millions of dollars for me. I'm no longer working for money. My money is working for me. So that's all about, you know, the trade stacking, the double up over time. And that's in the books and that's in the course. Okay, that's what you're gonna learn there. But first, right now, what I would love to do, and I'd love for you to scroll down. I'd love for you to hit the button and the share button, because, you know, this information is very valuable. Everyone loves to get likes and shares, and, you know, scroll down and leave a comment. Okay, that's what I really want you to do. I want to hear from you. So I want to hear how this is gonna fit into your life and your lifestyle, how it's gonna change your life. How is this gonna make an impact on your life? I'd love to hear how you're gonna use the Income for Life strategies within your life to either build a passive income source or either build your retirement. So I'd love to hear that. So please make sure that you comment below in the space or send me a private message. Now, I'm going to be going through each and every comment. I'm going to read every single comment personally, myself, and I'll be responding to as many as I can. That I promise you. So just scroll down right now and go ahead and leave a comment. Leave me a comment. I just want to hear from you. I want to get your feedback on what this is going to take you to, what levels that this strategy will take you to. And after that, make sure that you buy the course, okay? Schedule a call with my team to get your login details and have the discovery call. We'll be answering your questions on the call that you'll book today. It will be way more beneficial to you to ask the hard questions during our call than in the comments section. And again, space for this is very limited, and that's because there's only a couple of us doing these calls and only so many hours in a day for each of us. So click on the button on this page right now and get the course, and then book the call, and then answer a few simple questions to qualify, and let's go. And remember, this is not some sales pitch in disguise, okay? We went through a lot of things today. There's gonna be no high pressure selling or any weird stuff like that. In fact, most of the time, we never even make an offer, and we only make an offer to those that are qualified. So don't worry. If you want real help and no sales pitch or other slimy tactics, that's exactly what you're gonna get. This is your chance. It will take you and give you that plan that will absolutely help you, okay? After you get the course, you're gonna wanna book this session. Look, you've been watching this for a while now, and you've seen the power of these strategies and how they've helped hundreds of others transform their lives and businesses. And you probably thought about how you can implement this specifically in your life. And that's what we'll help you with on your call, all right? Thank you for watching and being there. This is Adam Wins. Go ahead and click on that button on the page on the right now, and let's get started. I look forward to speak with you soon, and take care and take action. Do not delay. Make sure you get the book, you buy the course, and then you schedule your call with me